It's Tyler with Gaia Force Gaming, and with me I have George with Gaia Force Gaming. And we're here to do a deck profile. Some of you who cross-follow Eggman, George just did a deck profile with Eggman as well for the Gyroshan event that George went 6-0 in. We're just going to go through the deck again for our channel and our viewers in case there isn't crossover. But if you do follow him, go check out Eggman. He does a lot of Dragon Ball Super and Digimon content. And George, you also, not only did you 6-0 the Gyroshan event, but in the Digimon Coliseum event, how'd you do in that one?
I went 4-1, only losing to my teammate, to Dan Vank, who went 5-0 with his Blue Imperial. And in the Gyroshan, he also went 5-1, versing against him in the finals of both events, which was pretty cool.
Yes, and Dan Vang with the same deck, I think maybe a card or two difference, won the PPG that just happened as well. So
That's really cool.
We're going to have a profile of that deck too. A lot of people have been asking. But we're here to talk about George. George, what did you play for those events? What has been winning you these games?
I've been playing Yellow Mastemon.
Yellow Mastemon. That's a 1.5 deck. No, why don't we tell the people what you're running, what you like and dislike about the deck, how you feel your matchups are, stuff like that.
So for the eggs, I do play 4 Upamon and 1 Koromon, being able to just get more advantage with drawing cards with Upamon, of course. Staple. No, I wouldn't change the eggs. For the rookies, we play 4 Tinker, just being able to be summonable off Peter, and then Mastemon being able to bring out Peter, bring out Tinker. The board widen, very huge. We do play 4 Recovery Salamon. I don't think I need to explain myself as to why I do play it, though. It's very self-explanatory. We do play 3 Pulsemon. People might be wondering why 3 over 4. I think 3 is fine in this deck because being able to have that magic number at 3 with this deck, to draw and get a memory, I think 3 is just fine. I think 4 is just too much, in my opinion, because you do want to prioritize on summoning other cards with Mastemon over Pulsemon. But Pulsemon does come up a lot, so 3 is fine for me. And I do play 2 Bushy. Self-explanatory, you can summon this off of ENG Woman, and you can summon this off Mastemon to have 2 swings per game that turn as well. So that is the rookie lineup. I wouldn't change it. If I were to change it for future formats, I'd probably do 3 Bushy and cut a Gatomon to 2. But right now, I think this is fine. We do play 4 Peter. The summoning Tinker is very good. We do have 4 Pidomon, the blocker. Nothing to explain there. And 3 Promo Gatomon. This card is very, very, very strong. Being able to just summon this off Mastemon so that it's almost as if you didn't take a health away. And becoming a 5k block on top of that. Very good utility for set 4 Mastemon for sure. And we do play 3 of that. And be able to just Digiburst her away with one I'm going to show you right now, which is the War Groundmon. It's very strong, so you don't have to always feel like you can evolve into this and make it like a waste. Because you can just Digiburst it away.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. We do play 4 of the minor security ENG Woman. Self-explanatory as well. You want to play her because of Inheritable and her Undigital effect are both really, really strong. Purple Mastemon, or I mean, not Purple Mastemon, just Mastemon in general takes away 1 of your health, so just being able to prolong your death and being able to just spam out more rookies because they're inheritable, very strong effect. 3 War Groundmon is what I play. I think play 3 is fine. Being able to just minus 4k something if you do have the Koromon to minus 5k, kill a blocker, maybe swings per game, really strong. Digibursting all of the 4s and 3s underneath the War Groundmon, so if they do go to trash, to just bring it back with Mastemon is for sure always the best pluses. Then we do play 1 Recovering Angel Woman for the times where your opponent has a Digimon in the back, and you do have Kentaro spawn, but you can't deal with the 1 Digimon in the back. You have this, and being able to just do this and make Kentaro spawn so you don't die next turn is very strong. Also, I learned that you can recover something if you have no security. Being able to go blinding ray to have that Kari trigger, because Kari doesn't trigger if you have no security. So you recover, go blinding, you recover, being able to just do all that tricks are very cool in the deck for sure.
Very cool.
And yeah, very super cool. 4 of the Bay herself, Mastemon. Since it is a Mastemon deck, we do play the 4 boss monster Mastemon. This being able to just revive almost your entire deck. It's very strong and the deck has a very high ceiling because of this. You can reuse almost all your utilities no matter what time. So Mandatory 4 Mastemon, very cool. And 2 Kintorosmon. There are times where you will be low on health a lot. This being able to just make it so you don't have death on board till next turn and then you swing out is very strong. That's it for the Digimons. Now we do play 3 Tamer TK. This is literally the strongest Tamer in the game, in my opinion. Being able to know what your security has, add any card in your security, but it needs to be able to recover. And being able to just do everything in one card. Fix your hand as well. Very strong. This card is very new to edition, Kari, because you can go Blinding Ray and also tap her to gain another memory. So instead of getting 2, you can gain 3 off Kari. This being able to make your Mastemon a 3 cost Digivolve instead of a 4 cost Digivolve. It's also super strong. I wouldn't play more copies of her. I think 2 is fine.
Yeah, I like Kari a lot. I think
absolutely.
Anything that makes Mastemon cheaper to evolve. Also, Kari kind of punishes people if you get them if you get it down early and they swing at your security. That one memory can make a difference.
That's why I like only tapping her if they have against let's say for example Imperial. Let's say they start 3 memory because of Davis and they evolve into Imperial for 3, and if they forget carry cards on field, then I just go ahead and when they swing for pretty much lethal or gain, you can just tap Kari so it passes their turn if they don't realize it. So very strong.
Very cool.
We do play 3 Blinding Ray. Summon Ceremony 2. I think 3 is phenomenal because there are times where you do need to see this to be able to go Mastemon still on your turn if you don't have access to Kari or access to Pulsemon to be able to gain that memory on Digivolve. So yeah, 3 is for sure mandatory. And the last 4 cards of the deck that I do play are Eden's Javelin. You do want to see this in security almost all the time. If you don't see in security, you can just auto play it. Very strong effects. And that's the list right there.
Cool. How do you feel about Mastemon in BT4 so far? Do you think
I think it's phenomenal.
Okay, very cool, very cool. Do you how do you feel the matchups are against the top decks of the meta, the yellow War Gray, the green OTK, and I guess Rookie Rush too? Or purple too. I guess purple Meta Guru is pretty big now.
Oh yeah, pretty big as well. Yeah. Yellow War Grandmon doesn't really have I feel like Yellow War Grandmon is a very easy matchup for this deck because they get rid of their own security too with the War Grandmon's effect to restand. So that's just another card I can just swing for game with because of their own effect. The Kogumon OTK deck, I feel like if I have tempo, then I should be fine. And if I do have the Eden's Javelins and my security, I can also be able to punish them with that if they do go for the OTK. Rookie Rush is more like a 50-50 for me for sure. It depends if I have my recovery engine cards over my rush cards, like the Salomon recovery engine women in my security. I need to prioritize those a lot with Rookie Rush. If I don't see them, then I'm kind of in a losing position anyways. And I feel like every other matchup is just fine. Purple Metagurumon is definitely a struggle for sure. Because they can be able to just keep their thing in the back and just go raise Metaguru and jump sword away your field and be able to just put a lot of blockers on field because of Nailbone as well. Yeah, it's probably I wouldn't call it the roughest matchup, but it's definitely the scariest one for sure. Because if you don't know how to play around what they're trying to do, then you're going to be in a very rough position.
Awesome. Are there any cards that you're considering putting in the deck instead of certain cards, or do you think the list is good the way it is?
I was considering cutting the promo Gatomon to 2 since it is revivable. And instead of playing 3 Gatomon, I play a 3rd Bushy. Because there are times where I don't see Bushy like enough to do lethal. So I'm considering playing 3 Bushy Agumon. That's the change I would make. But until then, I'm going to rock with this list for now. Until I do see the necessary need to change it.
Very cool. Is there anything you want to tell the viewers or plug or talk about before we wrap this up?
Yeah, I do want to say a huge shout out to Guy Force Gaming for being the best team there is. Always being able to just play test with everybody. The community is very cool. I do love everybody in the community. Huge shout out to Gyroshan for the event. It was really cool to win that playmat for sure. Chaos Mon's definitely really cool, dope. Also, a huge shout out to Eggman for that deck profile from earlier. And yeah.
All right, George. Thanks for stopping by. We talk all the time, but thanks for breaking down the deck for everyone. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you.